The following is a presentation of MRE UNO, Division 2.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to our first streamed match of the June Gelato Regional Finals. I'm going to be your streamer G-Man. I'm going to be going on commentary tonight since we were a bit late. But this is going to be the BAKLAVA Regional Final, and it's going to be number 6 seeded Rana going up against number 8 seeded Whitespider. A few stories going into this matchup. Rana kind of on a bit of a streaky run here, and calling out their opponents after each win, and Whitespider are currently 10-0 in game record for this tournament, so they're looking to make that 14-0 and counting going into the Final Four. We're going to take a look at the bracket here. First look at the entire bracket now. Of course, we are in our regional finals, so final matchups for each region before we head to the Final Four. Of course, we have Whitespider and Rana up next, but we also have a doubleheader tomorrow with Sky and Goldie taking on each other in the MRE UNO regional final. And then at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Chloro and Jab going against each other in the Caramel Regional Final. And then we're going to wrap it up, a bit of a break here, but it's going to be Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be Gone versus Alex to wrap things up in the Donatello region. Again, we're just kind of going to roll through this quickly since we did start a little bit later. Of course, that's the UNO Lounge, which again, if you join the D2 server, you could discuss all UNO action there. But here's a stream here, a bit of a conversation going on. Yoshi is in the call with me right now, but he will be unable to provide co-commentary. He will be able to do the logs though, so I'm probably going to be taking over most of the commentary here at this point. But again, we are starting a bit late here. The players are already going at it early, so I think this is a great way to just break the ice here and get things going. I think we're going to limit the questions for this one since we're trying to wrap this up as quickly as we can. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing most of the commentary here. I believe Yoshi will do the ref. He's going to give the game one call, hopefully to settle out the chaos here. Yoshi, you can take it away via text. I know you're not able to do audio here, but yeah. Again, you can you see a lot of back and forth so far here, but again, just gonna get it going here. But yeah, okay. It just starts with the oh well, no, not initial rules. Best of 7-1 power play for those who aren't sure. I'm gonna have the scoreboard up, and then we'll be ready to get this going. Already a lot of table talk here, but again, we'll get it going. Yeah, so Rana's going to join up, Whitespider, and then we're going to get things going here with game number 1, and we are underway. It's going to start with the green +2 here, so interesting setup. Usually the big question that comes here is if you have a +2 in your hand, do you play the +2 and make it a +4, or do you hold that? Because the thing about this is that you're on low cards, but it's also a situation where you could be giving your opponent a lot of good ammo to start the game out, so big question here. Rana's going to go with the safer call with the green 3. Doesn't do much. We'll see what Whitespider responds with. Does the Clint play to start off? Double Clint play. Looking for the triple. Doesn't get it though, but plays the green 9. Bit of a interesting start so far. We are just running green. Green 1. Again, Whitespider has not lost a game yet in this tournament here, so we're going to see if he can continue that streak or if Rana is going to cause this to get a bit differentiated in this first game here. Goes with a double green 9 here, so that's off the table right away. We'll see what both these players are going to do here. We've been just running green so far. And Rana's going to run out on green. Shows a bit of displeasure with that. We'll see if Whitespider can keep it running. He does, puts it to green too. He's just kind of on a roll with these greens right now. Makes a bit of separation here between the players. We'll see if Rana gets a switch here. She does. Goes to the blue too. Just about to hit a minute 30 here. Whitespider is able to run the blue here, so far he's been able to run the deck pretty well. We'll see if Rana has anything for Whitespider here, and she does. She throws the blue skip down. It's just going to be a double. So 3-3 here. Whitespider with the possession arrow technically. Blue reverse, is that going to be the game? I think that's going to be game here. Blue reverse, red reverse, and wow, that's going to be it. Whitespider up really 1-0. Good stuff there. I mean, the streakiness continues here. Whitespider goes up to 11-0. This has been a talking point throughout this tournament so far, where Whitespider has been just kind of getting through these matches pretty simply through at least starting out with a decent hand, then just getting to the end quickly. So he keeps it short here. So far, this is pretty good for Whitespider so far. And yeah, Whitespider up 1-0 here. All right. Again, just kind of doing a bunch of things. Okay, so we're going to go with 8 cards here for game number 2. Goes 1 up here, so we'll see if maybe this extra card here will give a slight change for how Rana plays this, but is down 1-0 early. I did say, someone did say to change the board text slightly. We're going to make a quick change for that. A bit darker, there we go. And we're going to start with a blue 6 here, missing a few seconds here, so that's going to be added on. Maybe not that many, but alright, there we go. I think that's about where we were. Starts with the blue 6. You see here, Rana just taking a bit to figure out what she wants to do. Goes to the blue 5. Again, both players have a power play here, but I'm not sure if we're going to see it this early. I mean, Whitespider did use it in game 1 of the last round, but he admitted afterwards it was a bit of a mistake and he should have saved it for later, so I would imagine he's going to wait a little bit before he pulls that out. Rana, not really sure though. Didn't use the power play against Not Short. We'll see if she uses it at any point in this one, but we'll have to see. I mean, sometimes, usually with the players who don't typically use the power play, it's just something they just don't use. We see that with Kev in D1, but it shows mixed success because there's a few mix-ups you could do with that, but Whitespider just runs with the blue 1 here to hit a minute. Again, not a lot happened at the start. Plays the +2 and then the draw. That's what we call a good old ARD. We'll see what Whitespider does with this. I mean, if he throws down a +2, that's going to be 4 for Rana, but this is an interesting call early in the game. Goes with the blue 2. So Rana might have gotten away with one here, but we'll see if she gets a switch or if she's going to have to keep drawing. She gets a switch there, so got away with it. Question is, what does Whitespider have on the yellow here? No, does it cross over to the red? I mean, Rana with the +2 gave a bit of separation so far. 3 misses, but Rana with a 1.5 card lead, hit 2 minutes here, so it's longer than the first game, although that was based kind of because of a slight stall in the start. Goes with the red skip. We'll see if this, okay, it's just a double. I was thinking maybe a run could be there, but just goes for the double there. See if Whitespider's got something cooking here. He is taking a bit to type. No, just does the red 6. Oh, okay, so that makes Rana draw. And Whitespider is going to keep playing the red. If he can keep running this red and Rana keeps drawing, he could be in a good spot here. Reverse the tables here. Gets the switch here, so that draw for Rana was crucial for Whitespider. That may bail out Rana, and Rana gets the +2 right there. A bit of a slap on the switch. You would have to think that's something she drew also because she didn't combo that earlier, but does another double play here. Doesn't leave it open this time. Goes for the green 7. Whitespider has, he's going to stick with it here. Go green 0 from Rana. Might want to keep it on the green. Really just going to depend on what Whitespider has here. It is still a bit early for Whitespider, so it's kind of a tricky spot, but has the confidence in the green still. Sticks with the green 8. Will Rana play a green here? No, she does not. So Rana runs out on green. Green 0 was the last green she had. Can Whitespider keep running the green, though? It's 4-4 here, so a play from Whitespider will give him the lead. And he gets to play green 4. Okay. I think Rana's gonna play a blue wild. She does. So have we seen the blue? We saw the blue at the start of the match. Blue reverse. Does that cost her the game? Oh man, I think that cost her the game, and it has the +4 to end it. Wow, 2-0. Oh man, I mean that game was over anyways with the +4, but yeah, Whitespider has a good hold. But great stuff there. Up 2-0 early, so Whitespider looking to continue the streak. Again, just gonna keep rolling through with this. Keeping these games short. This is the pace. We talked about this. Yeah, a little bit of confusion on the table here, but all right. Whitespider goes back to 7 here, so Whitespider does have the arrow now. Whitespider will join first also. So this is it's an interesting situation because now this is the type of pace that Whitespider wants, and this could be a bad situation for Rana because Rana usually likes running these games long, and this is not what she's been getting so far. So okay, yellow 8 to start, starts with the yellow 5, bot lags. There we go. I forgot to start. So a few seconds. There we go. An immediate switch here. Goes to the blue immediately from Rana. Blue 8. So interesting. Could have swapped to the 8 also, but decided to play the yellow 5. We'll see where Rana goes with this on the blue. She draws. That I'm not sure about that, but that might have been an over-aggressive switch there. And Whitespider gets the crossover to the red here, so that gives him the lead. I think that bails Rana out. It does, but I have to say that blue switch might have been a bit early. Plays a wild. It's going to go to the wild green here. This might be another good hand from Whitespider. I got to see what Rana does here. I mean, this is a bit of a tough situation. I think she's had her cage rattle a little bit, and she's just got to figure out how to get out of it. And I think this might be another run to the end. Oh my god. Wow, green skip, and I mean, it's incredible. It's not something we've seen so far this season. 1 minute 20, although that's a bit TBD, but that's just insane. I mean, of course, Yoshi can't talk here, but Whitespider has just been playing his game so far, and I think that's basically, yeah, it's a tough situation for Rana because there's not a ton she can do there. Although, yeah, it's interesting here with how this has gone because we discussed this in the reveal show. I think the way this was going to go down, it was depending on what type of game we were looking at, and Whitespider quickly took control of the game 1, and he's just been running it with it since then. So Whitespider 1 win away, does have the power play. Rana down 3-0. Has been a relatively quick game so far. We're going to start with the red 0. This could be one of the shorter stream matches that we've seen so far, although that's partially because we haven't really dived into the questions. Although, to be fair, I don't know there's much you could really ask about after these games, especially after games 1 and 3. But, I mean, yeah, Whitespider, a quick switch to the green, so we're not going back to red. Yeah, this is... it's interesting. Not exactly the game we were expecting, but it's just kind of how Whitespider's rolled with this, and this is how he's gone through most of this tournament so far. Quick light switch on the yellow, so a bit of a light switch going on right now for Whitespider. Both his plays so far have been color switches. Rana goes up to the 9. We'll see if Whitespider... Okay, he does not. Sticks with the yellow now. This is interesting because you have to wonder if maybe Whitespider only had 1 green and then was able to get out of the what's it called, the situation there. We gave our first ditto of the match, game 4, although these matches have been really quick. Rana has not really had a lot of table talk so far, which is really interesting. We usually see a lot of it. That was probably the first main comment we've seen besides some occasional one-offs, but it's interesting. Again, I think the way we've seen this is Rana. Okay, I was about to say yellow reverse into a draw, so nothing there. But I feel like Rana's cage has been. I said it in game 3. I feel like her cage has been rattled a little bit, and she's just got to get her bearings together. But it's interesting how this is playing out so far because this is mainly Whitespider taking control of the game here. Rana's gonna have to grab it back in some sort of way. And, I mean, she just has not really been able to do that so far. But, yeah, Whitespider drawing there is interesting, though. It may not be a direct run here, but could still have some ammo in the tank, just maybe not on the yellow. It's going to be a draw here. I think this is a good play for the most part. Haven't really seen a draw city here, and I think we might be getting one. Although the reverse is a little risky to leave it on. Yeah, and I think this is really her first draw city here. I think this is something Rana definitely needed. She needs a bit of more of a stall here to prolong this a bit. Because right now she's just kind of getting stuck in the sprints and she's not really able to get out of them. So having these draws go along so far, and that's kind of the risk with the reverse there. Although he draws again, I don't think that's a great move. Because that's just exposed 2 colors now that Whitespider is pretty weak on. So I don't love that move per se, and he used it on a green reverse as well, and that's another draw. I don't know about that one. That might not have been a great play there. Rana might be able to take note of that, but Rana does go with the green here. I'm wondering if maybe Whitespider's looking for a bail to get the switch here, and he does get it on the red. You gotta wonder if maybe just keeping the draw there would have been the better idea, but gets a ditto, a second ditto of the match. And again, this is just kind of the way Whitespider kind of has rolled with this so far. A few questionable plays, but just kind of gets away with it. Yeah, this we're getting close to the 4-minute mark here, which. Game 2 was 4 minutes. That was the longest game of the match so far. Whitespider taking a bit to type, goes with the red skip here, and draws again. I don't know about this. This is not really the. This is kind of this is a strange play in my opinion because that's the 3rd time he's played a special card into a draw. Yeah, it could be a junk spread here, but. I mean, I don't know about that one. That's not I don't know if you should really admit that. Again, this is kind of some of the miscomings that we've seen from Whitespider so far. But this is also another thing that a lot of people discuss about. When he stops getting on this streaky run, we have to see what type of player comes out here. And I think this is going to be a real test here to see what Whitespider brings to the table here, because it doesn't seem like he has the monster hand here. Rana's going to take the lead with that red 3. Gets another switch here, but that is to the yellow. Yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens on this one. I don't know about that switch. I would have not done that, but we'll see if it works out for Rana. Maybe she has a run to the finish here. Um, that's another ditto here. It goes to the blue 3. So looking for a bit of the crossover there. Well, okay, well, that was weird. Yeah, well, let's see what Rana does on the blue here. Goes to the blue 5, goes down the 2. And yeah, power play, okay, alright. Wanna draw us, Rana, you have to draw. Alright. I think that might be the game wrapped up here. Rana draws. And I think this is over. Whitespider out of power play. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. And oh, there we go. Clean play that ends in a 4-0 sweep, and Whitespider is going to the final 4. Wow. I mean, I don't have much to say. That was the longest game. That was the longest game of the match, though, at 5 minutes. But yeah, pretty tough one for Rana there. Whitespider's gonna move on to the final 4. Yeah, it's unfortunate match there, but that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Whitespider continues the run, goes to 14-0, which quite the run. So Whitespider is now going to be waiting for the winner of the Caramel region, which will be either Chloro or Jav. See who he'll face there. That will be best of 9-1 power play, but I mean, good stuff to Whitespider. I mean, obviously you had the +4 there at the end, but he knew when to use the power play then. Rana had 2 cards also, so it was kind of a tense situation there, but had the power play usage there to wrap it up. One of the more simple ways to use it, and had the +4 at the end there. So even in a game where he said it wasn't the best hand, seemed to be able to get through with that. But again, in my opinion, I think what really did Rana in was the blue 3 switch there. Yeah, the red was a bit questionable, although the draw there I think gave it away because yellow was not strong, green was not strong. It's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Yoshi's going to have her logs in a second, but yeah, tough loss there for Rana. We'll go to Whitespider for his thoughts. Again, it's just going to have to be a typo. There. I think Rana might do a bit of a, I have to come up with a reason on why I have lost. Okay. Yeah, but we'll hopefully get a comment from Whitespider, but I mean, it's been quite the tournament for Whitespider because in April he had a DQ win in the play and then couldn't quite get past a peer. But now he's just kind of been on a roll so far, and he's made his way already to the Final 4 now, so you have to wonder if Tapir was that roadblock here, or if maybe there's something else in the air going on, or just something in between tournaments. But yeah, I mean, this has been quite the run so far. I don't think we've seen something similar to this in a while. Rana's comments here, I believe, to the Whitespider being older than time itself, he's able to come in contact with the creator of the button as be able to close to the rig. Let's not use that word. That is not a great word to use. But yeah. Whitespider's gonna give his post-game comments. And then yeah, we're probably gonna wrap things up here. We do have the all right, he got the post-game comments. I can't believe this streak at all. I definitely lucky, but I think I'm making really smart and patient decisions too. I don't expect to win at all, but I'm happy to make it far no matter what. Yeah, fair enough. 14-0 run. I mean, I think we've only seen this once from a player who we don't really talk about, but jumping over to the bracket, of course, not quite updated, but Whitespider continues his dominance, goes 4-0 against Rana, moves on to the final 4 from the BAKLAVA region. Again, he'll be waiting tomorrow to see who he ends up facing off against, and it'll be either Chloro or Jav. Jav, the last debutant left in the tournament, and Chloro, who's kind of historically been pretty good in leagues like UL. And of course, you have the other side of the bracket. Our next matchup's going to be Sky vs Goldie. That should be a really good matchup. I am very excited for that one. Looking forward to it. Both players kind of on a building up momentum type of ride for this season, and both are going to crash together and end up where one of them's going to make their first Final Four. And then, of course, our last match is Alex vs Gone. That should be one of the most competitive matchups in this round. I think both players are very highly skilled, and that is going to be an exciting one to watch out for. So make sure you tune into that one. Okay, so with that said, thank you all for watching. This probably ended up being a short stream because we did this a little differently since we were kind of low on time. And again, only me in the commentary booth, so not a lot we could add, but I did try my best to try to throw everything in there. But this will be a good VOD for anyone to look back on because I don't know how many people were necessarily watching in the middle of it. But again, thank you all for watching. I'm G-Man, and we will see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. for Sky vs Goldie. That's going to be a good one, and we will determine our next member in the Final Four. Until then, have a good night, everyone.